This location is too valuable to be taken. Fortify our defenses, comrades! Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Let's go!
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Let's go! Take this! Until down! Take this! All my might!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Push on through! Turn the tables. Take this. Time to act.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this! You are a swift
The
and
enemy
deadly
officer
warrior.
has been defeated.
Take this! Take this! All my might! Take this! Let's go!
The enemy officer has been defeated. enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. All my might.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Good. That one is the key
The enemy
to turning
officer
the tide.
has been
Begin
defeated.
pursuit. Immediately. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. All my might. Failure.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Our enemies fell to my incredible might!
The enemy officer
Warrior of the
has been
Three
defeated.
Kingdoms.
Let's go.
Concentrate. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Lord Zuluon has a discerning eye. Well, here you are. Here you are.
Xiao Pei is far smaller than the...
What does peace even look like?
The Yellow Turban surrender to Lord Cao Cao. Hopefully.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
This town has gotten bigger.
I heard something's about to happen in Guandu, and I do not like the sound of that.
Let's begin.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
My time has come.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces? Headed for Baima Castle? I have to warn Lord Yin Liang.
If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yenliang's side. March forward!
The enemy officer
Cao Cao himself
has been
is headed
defeated.
for Yanjing. We cannot let this opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. We march at once!
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring
The
out
enemy
from the
officer
fort in an endless
has been
stream.
defeated.
We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
Now advance!
Lord Cao Cao's renown makes him an excellent decoy. Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him. With this many of their soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
My lord! A battalion of Cao Cao's forces are advancing on this position. You must prepare to meet him in battle.
This territory, the enemy
Done
officer
well to warn
has
us.
been defeated.
Men, prepare to counterattack!
So they have spotted our advance. This leaves us no choice but to cut through their ranks with a frontal assault.
Their numbers matter not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory.
Let's march!
Now is the time to attack. Forward!
Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong! Our victory is imminent! Let's go!
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Let's go. They've taken the fort at Yanjin. We cannot let them cut off our reinforcements. Quickly, we must reclaim it. Let's start the advance.
My power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court, we have no objections to taking his life.
Here's the resistance is futile.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'm falling back for now. I must leave the rest to you.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
This territory is ours.
You are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice. Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated. To bring peace.
Do not know who you are or from where you hail, but you seem to be driven by a strong conviction.
I can't hold on much longer. I need a way through.
For you. Could it be? No. That's not possible.
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
Is this as far as my path is to take me?
The enemy officer
Start the advance.
has been defeated.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own.
I shall learn from this. But for now, retreat.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
This territory.
Even so,
The enemy officer
not abandon
has
hope.
been defeated.
The sash of the sacred bird Luan. And those eyes. Yes. You must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation.
Got this. I'm starting to get fatigued. This rate.
I'm glad it's you who has come to my aid. I would choose no other.
Draws here.
The enemy
Start
officer
the advance.
has been defeated.
Let's go. I've got no choice but to fall back.
We're about to lose. There must be something I can do. When you're by my side, I feel empowered. I ask for your assistance here. Victory shall be ours.
Take this!
All my might!
Impeccable display. I expect no less.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let me teach you what happens when you charge into things head first.
Turn the tables.
All my might! Go on!
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is
Start
ours.
the advance.
Let's go!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is
Start
ours.
the advance.
evenly matched. The real battle starts here.
Do not fear. The time is right. We should attack now.
The enemy is strong. Things might get tough.
Let's go.
Send here!
Let's go.
All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Turn the tables.
Time to act. Behold my power!
All my might.
I would expect no less from you.
The enemy
Your
officer
deeds,
has
from
been
here
defeated.
on out, will have my full attention.
Look at them all getting beaten by Cao Cao's wealth. Show everyone how it's done.
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, the enemy depend on your wits has been defeated. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
I cannot afford to fall here.
You're here to assist. Many things. With you at my side, I shall
The
relish
enemy
this
officer
battle even more.
has been defeated.
I must leave this battle in your capable hands.
How embarrassing. I seem to have underestimated the enemy's force.
Judge the situation poorly. You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
I think I've reached my limit. The best I can do is live on to fight another day.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can't hold them back any longer. Will we be forced to surrender the castle?
Shout our victory to the heavens! Weimar Castle is ours!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now we can isolate Cao Cao's forces at Yanjin. His fate is sealed. He will not survive this battle.
All my might.
Spell our doom if we cannot turn the tide. We must hurry to defeat Yan Liang and recapture Weimar. None other could accomplish such feats. Continue to perform in this manner.
Time for a good old fight. Get ready, bastard!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I can't believe this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You sure know how to fight!
Peace is here.
Taken the fort at Yenjin? We cannot let them cut off our reinforcements. Quickly, we must reclaim it. Let's start the advance.
We are providing aid in this battle.
My power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
Can't the enemy do better than that?
Here's the resistance is futile. Let's go.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Cao Cao, you are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice. Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated. To bring peace.
I do not know who you are or from where you hail, but you seem to be driven by a strong conviction.
Could it be? No, that's not possible.
Is this as far as my path is to take me?
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
Let's start the advance.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own. This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
This territory, the enemy officer, has been defeated.
Starts here.
The sash of the sacred bird Luan. And those eyes. Yes, you must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation.
To victory!
It's a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope.
We're on the back foot. We need to at least get back on level terms.
Now start the advance.
I'm starting to get fatigued. At this rate.
Let's go! An incredible feat.
The enemy officer
You shine like a beacon for the others.
I've got no choice but to fall back.
We're about to lose. There must be something I can do.
Prepare to attack! We'll wipe out the lot of them!
I've suffered heavy losses. I must withdraw from them.
I owe Lord Cao Cao a great debt of gratitude. This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade.
There's the one you! Fight me! You think you are skilled enough!
Let's go!
Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated.
You run in looking for fame. How thoughtless!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. All my might. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
With a solid stratagem, I challenge you to battle!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now we march forward!
All my might. All my might.
Did I think this?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might.
Done very well. I think this
The
is
enemy
good to
officer
know I can count on
has
you.
been defeated.
I'll end this!
Let's get serious.
I'll end this!
The time is right. You should attack now.
I'll end this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I've been waiting for this. Gotcha. I will break you now. Let's go. Take this. That it.
I cannot afford to fall here.
Let's go.
Unparalleled performance. You are, without a doubt, a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Go!
None other could accomplish such feats.
All my might.
You need to perform in this manner.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You ought to quit charging into things. It's dangerous, you know?
You stand in the presence of Yan Liang. I am one of Lord Yuan Shao's greatest warriors. You really think you have what it takes to fight me? You do not lack for skill, it seems. But this battle has only just begun. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I have been molested.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Yan Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be.
I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless.
Send it, Wenchou. Attack Yanjin and bring me Cao Cao's head.
Our next target will likely be the enemy forces at Yanjin. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front. Cross the river to the north and attack the enemy from behind. We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. The enemy officer, on the other hand, has been defeated. Depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
Approach the situation poorly.
I can't hold on much longer. We need a way through. How embarrassing. We seem to have underestimated the enemy's force.
I rule falls to pieces here.
I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless.
Send it, Wenchou. Attack Yanjin and bring me Cao Cao's head.
Our next target will likely be the enemy forces at Yanjin. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front. We can cross the river to the north and attack the enemy from behind. We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight.
I claim another victory in the name of my
color me
brother.
intrigued by it.
You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
A difficult situation. It's true. There's value in not giving in. Things are looking bad, but I refuse to consider this settled.
I can't hold on much longer. We need a way through.
Attack without relent. I claim another victory in the
There's
name
no
of my
virtue
brother.
in dying for so little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
Ah, that was an impressive effort. I enjoy just watching you out there.
I am Wenchou, one of Yuan Shao's greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me. In this pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it all. Why did it have to end like this?
What? Wenchou has fallen. This is not possible. What on earth happened? I could foresee losing either Yan Liang or Wenchou, but for both to have been slain, you fought... Well, this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted. It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What's wrong, Zuluan? Why aren't you saying anything? Don't tell me you've forgotten who I am. You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Then it's true. You really have forgotten everything. Well, I suppose I should have known. If you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made, and now you're floating aimlessly through life. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate as a guardian of peace. You submit to a higher power and act as a weapon for them, just as you did as a guardian of peace once before. Though this seems even more pitiful, Juha, what did she say to you in the end? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on, or to pursue true peace? If you can't remember, then let me remind you. Juha is dead. You were there when it happened. And now you're living a carefree life, free from any memory of her death. Perhaps that is the greatest insult of all. Remember, Zuluan!
Are you crying? Go, Zuluan. Down your own path. Are you crying? I'm fine. Go, Zuluan. your own path.
I thought you had both died. I never imagined. I thought I was alone. Maybe I was being foolish, desperately clinging to a past that will never return. I have some advice for you, Zuluan. If you insist on following the Han and allying with Cao Cao, then I will not hesitate to stand against you once more. You must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle. I look forward to seeing him struggle.
I heard something's about to happen in Guandu, and I do not like the sound of that.